All right, hello everybody. I am here at the 2025 Chicago Auto Show, and right here in front of me is the beautiful 2025 Cadillac Vistiq, and I've got Donnelly here today from Cadillac, and he's going to tell us all about this beautiful new machine.
This is our first ever all-electric Cadillac Vistiq. It's a 3-row luxury EV. As you can see, it has our signature Cadillac look with our walk-up choreography, which starts with our illuminated crest and then spreads throughout the grille, and then you've got a digital rain effect with our LED lighting. I love this. Day or night, even if you're a couple hundred yards away, you can still tell when you see a Cadillac from the front or the back. And if you compare it to our Escalade IQ in the corner over there, you can see a lot of the same family DNA. And you can kind of think of this as a baby Escalade, essentially. It's got all of the tech, all of the luxury, the bold presence you expect from Escalade in a package that might be a little more manageable, a little more urban friendly for some people. And let's take a look.
Absolutely,
inside.
like it's just such a luxurious mid-size, basically, or if you want to call it that, right?
Yep.
Is it? Yeah.
Yep. And this is our luxury model. For all intents and purposes, this is essentially the standard model. The only options we've added are the black paint and the captain's chairs in the second row instead of the bench, making this a 6-passenger, but you do have the 7-passenger option if you have the bench. Everything else we see here is standard. So
I'm gonna get around the other side here, and I'll film you from over here.
Taking a look inside, we have our signature Cadillac 33-inch curved display. We've seen this in our other EVs, in our Lyriq and the new Optic that also just came out. Really gives it a tailored view for the driver. We've got your front command center here, which gives you controls for your climate control. You can adjust your massaging seats, which are standard, by the way. As it comes standard, you've got heated, ventilated massaging seats in front. The perforations in the headrest here are for our speakers. You've got a 23-speaker AKG audio system with Dolby Atmos surround sound. You've got headliner speakers as well, which integrate into that stereo system and give you a full 360-degree immersive experience.
That's a lot of speakers for like not a huge SUV, right?
If you're an audiophile, this thing will blow your mind.
That's awesome. Okay.
And since it's winter and we're in Chicago right now, you've also got standard heated seats in the second row. Whether you've got the bench, the 2 outboard seats are heated, or the buckets here.
And let's be honest, we're both Canadians, right?
We are.
So we absolutely need the heated seats and the heated steering wheel.
Yeah, and that really helps you with your range too. It's a lot easier to feel comfortable with the heated seats than it is to try to heat all of the air in the car.
For sure.
So using that maximizes your range.
What are these buttons? Sorry, can I interrupt you? What are these buttons for?
This is your directional vents for your climate control, and
by
rotating them, it'll close off or open the vents.
That's pretty classy. Okay, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Sorry about that.
Right below that, you can see our ambient lighting. We've got 126 colors in 3 different zones. So you can have a different color for the lower zone, kind of the midsection here along the dash and the doors. And then what's really nice is you've got a little ring around your control panel up top. And then lengthwise, along the full length of the sunroof, you've got more LED lighting. And by the way, that panoramic glass roof is standard, and we'll get to it shortly, but the third row also has a separate glass panel. So you've got a nice open, airy feeling everywhere. And that was really important for us.
Absolutely.
Every seat in the vehicle is a special seat. We don't the third row is not a penalty box in this car. It's adult friendly. We've got the same curated materials throughout all 3 rows, really giving you a nice luxurious touch. Since it's an EV and there's no transmission, we've got wireless charge pads in front here. You've got storage beneath that. Up here, that freed up space for our command center, your cup holders, a rotary controller, so if you don't want to use the touchscreen, we have another option here. We've also got a 5-zone climate control system, so front passenger, driver, both second row passengers and the third row all have their individual settings.
The third row has their own controls back there.
Third row has their own settings.
Okay.
And what's nice, normally you can only adjust temperature differences.
Yes.
Here you can change the temperature and the fan setting. So
oh wow, okay.
If you want 73 degrees and 68 and a number 3 fan setting and a number 5, you can do that and kind of customize it. So it gives you a microclimate of sorts for all of the passengers in the vehicle.
Perfect.
And taking a look at the door panels, you just see a really rich mix of materials. You've got the wood, you've got stainless steel, you've got the AKG speaker grills, so a really nicely curated selection of materials. You also see the seat controls on the door panel. What's nice about that is by taking it away from the side of the seats, we didn't need to leave that space for your hand, so it allowed us to make a wider, more comfortable seat.
And it looks cleaner too. From a looks perspective, it looks a lot nicer too.
It's great.
Yeah. All right, you want to head around the back? Okay, now we're in the second row.
Second row, you've got lots of space. You've got your rear command center here between the seats, and this is where from the second row you can adjust all of those climate settings, your heated seats, and you can adjust your wireless charging.
Perfect.
Right here you've got a 110 volt outlet, we've got USB-C plugs, and then cup holders in that same console. As mentioned earlier, this is equipped with the captain's chairs, really comfortable. You have your fold down armrest, and if we close the door and take a look, you've got the same nice curated materials that you find on the front.
Yeah, and we didn't talk about one in the front because I forgot to ask, but this is actually, you know, real wood, right? They're not doing faux wood. This is Cadillac, so this is what we're talking about when we're talking about luxury.
Matte finish, a nice trendy modern touch to it.
Perfect.
Getting into the third row is nice and easy. We have a button on the side of the seat here that slides it out of the way. You've got really great access to a quite spacious back seat, and I'll just hop in and show you a couple more things.
Sure.
It's a pretty adult-friendly space, and we've got the same materials on the armrests here as you'd find elsewhere. You've got vents, you've got USB-C ports, cup holders, a little storage slot here for your cell phone, and even the speaker grills back here for the AKG system are stainless steel. So again, keeping those nice materials through all three rows of the vehicle. And as mentioned earlier, it's got a beautiful sunroof back here, so it's nice and bright and airy. Really adult-friendly third row and great for families. Let's take a look at the cargo area. To get in, just press the Cadillac crest, which is a hidden button. And here you can see behind the third row, we still have a usable amount of cargo space. If you need more, we have a deep storage well beneath the floor. Even more space after the third row is folded flat. You've got power fold second row seats, which open the full cargo area for you, giving you great flexibility between people and cargo.
On top of that, there's something really cool about this seat here, isn't there?
Both sides have the same.
Oh, both sides are doing this now. Okay. So if you have a car seat in here, basically you don't have to take the car seat out every single time or make it really hard to get around. You can just get that out of the way, and it's very easy for that third row access.
Exactly. Really well thought out vehicle.
Perfect. So Donnelly, all this stuff is clearly amazing, but what's powering this thing? How is this thing moving?
Yeah, we've talked about a lot of the luxury features, a lot of what makes it a nice place to spend time, but what's it like to drive? In Velocity Max mode, you've got 615 horsepower, 650 pound-feet of torque. So this three-row luxury EV SUV does 0 to 60 in 3.7 seconds.
You're beating sports cars off the line with your family in the vehicle. That's pretty fun.
And if you've got our premium luxury trim or our platinum trim, you also have active rear steer. So the rear wheels will turn out of phase at lower speeds and with the vehicle to help you glide from different lanes on the highway. And it's actually dynamic based on the mode. So if you're in sport mode, it'll adjust the speed at which the wheels go from being out of phase to in phase with the front to give you that quicker steering feel and just give it a bit more of a dynamic ride. We also have on those premium Lux and platinum trim levels air suspension that gives you a smoother ride. It also helps you get better range on the highway by lowering the vehicle a little bit, and it also is dynamic based on what mode you're in. So let's say it's winter, you're in snow mode, it actually will lift the vehicle a little bit to give you more clearance.
Do you know what the lift range is on this at all?
It's a couple of inches.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's pretty good though for a vehicle of what this size is, because I know the full-size vehicles are only at 4 or 5, so perfect. Yeah. Okay.
It's a really great, luxurious vehicle that's amazing, fun to drive, and as you can see, it just has tremendous presence. And it's kind of got that baby Escalade vibe to it, which is what we're all about here.
Absolutely. I almost wish it was night because this would just pop so much more. But thank you so much, Donnelly. I appreciate it. What an amazing vehicle. And I can't wait to get behind the wheel one myself sometime soon. Thank you.